Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of the Zing 6 podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about dun, 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 Elissa and Amanda and how the fans kind of split this season and who they were cheering for. Mainly, everybody was either an Amanda fan or an Elissa fan. So, we've got some Amanda fans here and some Elissa fans here, as most of you should know by now. So, let's get right into it. And I think we're going to start by saying that yesterday Elissa tweeted us, which was crazy. I sent out a tweet just talking about how we had the episode coming this week. And she, started tweeting back the weirdest things. She deleted the tweets now, so you can't go back and see them.
But she screen capped them. Shelby screen capped
yeah,
them.
I screen capped them. I put them on Tumblr, so
it's
so weird. So she
was
all
first response.
She was all talking about how we needed to come up with a character name for her, like Sophie and stuff. It was like, what are you talking about?
I think she was saying that the Elissa versus Amanda issues are not real to her anymore, so she thinks we're making stories up about them.
Yeah. My God. There's only so much you can write in a tweet. I was trying to come up with the shortest way to talk about what we were saying. I'm not going to go in depth and be like, we're going to talk about the gameplay in the house this season, blah, 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 and all of their strategies. I just don't have, I just don't have that. Yeah, I can't do that. So I had to, I didn't want her to, hate us. So I,
yeah, I know, I was worried about that, because, I don't know.
No, don't hate us. I'm not the biggest fan of Elissa, but I still didn't want her to, hate us. I was like, uh-oh. But, yeah. So
I love you, Elissa, so there. So funny.
I don't, hate her as a person. I just didn't really enjoy this season,
Yeah.
But I guess we should start off with talking just about how crazy fans got this year in either supporting Elissa or supporting Amanda. We didn't see it as much with Amanda, but with Elissa, especially on the Tumblr tag, I know we all experienced it. Everybody was like, Queen Elissa, rah, 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 rah. Going crazy.
Someone's name was very popular. I don't know when being on Big Brother made you a queen, but
yeah.
There was no queen on the show, at all.
I know. It's crazy.
If you're gonna talk about queens in terms of best players, there was none on this season at all. I think we both can agree on that. Amanda nor Elissa was a queen in terms of dominating the game. I would feel if you're gonna go for queens, I guess you could say Janelle or Rachel. I don't want to say that. I don't like her.
I would never call Rachel a queen.
No, but I don't think that.
She's a comp queen. It's different.
Yeah, okay, I like that better.
Comp queens are different.
In terms of but there was no memorable super in terms of, I don't know. And queens are likable, for the most part. Elissa was likable, so I don't know. But there was not a 100% strong, I don't know. No one says king this, you know what I mean? Probably someone called Judd a kings because that dollar crown, but
yeah, because he has the crown. It's understandable, but for someone like Elissa who didn't even win that many comps, especially in the beginning, everyone's just oh, that's our queen Elissa, let's go.
Anything she ever did. She's making some cereal. What a queen!
Yeah, I know. It was crazy. And I remember when people started calling Amanda a queen was when she stood up to Aaron for the whole racism thing that one night after the bed flipping thing.
Oh God.
She was bah, 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 with her wine and stuff, and everyone's
yeah.
Queen Amanda.
I just love how Elissa told people off. And we'll get more into that when we talk about her versus Amanda, but I was watching some of the episodes, and there's times where she would literally laugh in her face. It wasn't even and I just found that so funny. She couldn't contain it.
It's when she was talking to Aaron, and she was like, "I don't even think about you."
Yeah.
No, but just are you gonna put me up? Can you tell me? Can you tell me? And she's just I haven't even thought about that. And she just started bursting out laughing. I just couldn't help it. Like, it was just so, like, awkwardly funny, but not awkward for Amanda. I was just like, she couldn't even hide the fact that Amanda was, like, groveling. And sure, Elissa did it, too. Like, Elissa definitely growled at the beginning because she needed people to save her, you know what I mean? Even with that power, if they have boats to get someone out like Nick. But it was just, like, I don't know, something about just watching Amanda grovel for the first time in the game and then having Elissa laugh in her face was just funny. But, I don't know, that was just me.
Yeah. I mean, part of me did enjoy that. Like, I did kind of like how, like, especially in that one conversation, I think the one that you're talking about where Elissa wins HOH and, like, Amanda's, like, crying up in the HOH and Elissa's, like, laughing and she's like, why are you, and Amanda's like, why are you laughing? And she's like, I can't believe you would think that. It's just so funny to me. It sucked watching it, but at the same time, it was pretty funny. I felt so bad for Amanda, though. It was like, this poor girl.
I mean, or when she and McCrae were sitting in front of the memory wall, and they were, like, trying to study the things, and Elissa walks by and wouldn't stop laughing. I wanted to punch her through my computer, you know?
No, it made me realize how...
Stop being so mean.
That's not mean. It's just funny. Like, I mean, there wasn't even was there a memory wall comp? There wasn't. I mean, there was some kind of knockoff version of it.
It was like a
the block thing, right?
Puzzle.
Yeah, it wasn't like the
Aaron's hair, right?
Really, like, match them up, but it was just funny. Like, I don't know. And I think also, if she did or didn't know how much it got under their skin, it was a good game move on her part because she was already hated. So why not just act like how you really feel? If you find these people comical and jokes, why not just laugh at them and get under their skin? It doesn't affect you at all. They already hate you. You're already in the bottom. Like, might as well.
But I mean, it wasn't a Gabe move.
I'm saying if it was or wasn't. I'd be really, really smart if it was, even though I don't think it was.
I don't think anything he ever did was a game move.
Agreed.
Anything?
Except for when she finally decided to vote Amanda to stay in the house when Amanda left.
Yeah.
I think also... Yeah.
That was good.
I mean, as much as I like her, I feel like I mean, this is partly Helen's doing too, because Elissa was listening to like a puppy dog in terms of certain things. That her HOH week, if she really wanted Amanda gone, she went about it the completely wrong way, I feel like. Even though Amanda did win the POV that week for the first time ever, like, she should have put Amanda and McCrae. That way you would have got one of them home. And although the group was already wanting to send McCrae home, at least he would have gone home. You would have weakened her severely. But for you to put up Aaron, and who was Aaron and McCrae, and then, like, hope that something happens, like, they could both stay, and they both did stay. Although I think it was smart for you to get Aaron out. It wasn't that was a weak, I was pissed about that. I was just like, what are you doing? Like, you're not really, I don't know.
There was one point when she wanted to target Aaron once the veto was used. No. She wanted to target Aaron before the veto was even used. Like, she had no spine. She never had, like, a clear idea in her head about what she was doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess she really is that spacey in person. I mean, it kind of has, for me, it's kind of funny to watch. But, I mean, in terms of let's just say who had their head in the game, like, 100%, or a good majority of it, to a certain extent, was Amanda in terms of that. Like, she was always playing the game, and no one can fight that. If you go look at Elissa and Amanda, maybe Elissa was playing the game more in the beginning in terms of, I mean, not more, I'm saying, but more of herself in terms of, because she had the MVP, she had to think about who to put up in terms of Nick.
Yeah.
But Candace wanted to put up Nick, didn't she? I'm pretty sure. Like, she was so easily swayed to a certain extent, I feel like. But Amanda was always playing the game, always, always, always. I think it was one of the biggest downfalls, too. You have to also play a social game. Your social game kind of, you know, I don't know, because what did she play? It wasn't like, I mean, it wasn't a strong social game, but it wasn't like she was a comp threat either. So what kind of was like, what was her game? I don't know how to describe it. It's never really been done before.
It's like an influence game.
Huh?
Okay. Like an influence kind of game.
Oh, okay.
Like people just listen to her.
Which, I mean, in a sense, is kind of like a social game, but, like, not in the fact that she's, like, best friends. She's not, like she said, she's not a Jordan. She's not someone that just became, like, best friends with everyone in the house. She just made some sort of connection with, like, a big group of people so that they would trust her.
Yeah.
I think
it is interesting because, like, you see, Yeah, like Dan said, you have to find someone. You have to be someone that's like smiling and like making them like you as you stab them in the back. But did she really do that? Like, was it more she could?
No.
Yeah, you hated her and she still got you out anyway. Like, if you went against Amanda,
Yeah.
you were going home. Like, even Spencer, it was so funny to see him cower in his boots when like Aaron told on him about wanting to get Amanda out, and he was like, "If you go against Amanda, I'm going home." So it's just like it's funny seeing a grown ass man be afraid of like little Amanda. Just made me laugh a little bit. Like, you really don't have any kind of backbone. I mean, it was just funny. Like, she was feared in that house. Helen to me wasn't feared. I don't think Amanda was feared in that house because I mean,
Yeah.
like Amanda, I mean, you want to go against her. And even behind her back, people wouldn't talk about her. Like, it was only a few people like Candace and Howard and Spencer. But
no one would ever say anything because even whispering about her would get back to her somehow.
If you tell Andy,
especially with people like Andy around. Like, if you said anything around Andy,
so well. Like, your best friend. As much as I don't like him, that was one of his strongest. Okay, we haven't defended him at all. I hate Andy. Everyone knows I hate him. But in terms of like being like, oh, hey, Shelby, like, I kind of hate this person. And, like, if Shelby's Andy, he's going to tell everyone, and I would never even know. Like, how did he get so far with no one realizing this? He's a snitch. Like, he tells everything.
Because he was, like, giving people advice. So they were like, we don't want to get rid of Andy. Like, he's telling us things.
Yeah, because everyone told him everything.
Tried to.
But they never thought that... And he would tell them everything about other people, but they never assumed that he was doing the same to them.
Yeah.
And by the time like they realized that it was kind of too thing you can do because he was protected around the whole entire board. Like Elissa and Helen called him out, but he had Amanda and McCrae to go to, and the rest of 3 that was 3 a.m. like and Aaron. So he was protected,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was really smart for like all those people. Like they all had a really good role in that. But it's like I can't stop thinking about the fact that like Elissa made such a mistake in not putting up Amanda and McCrae when she won that HOH. Like the game would have turned out so much differently. Like they should have just thought.
How so? Because I wonder too. Because McCrae obviously would have went home, right? I think.
Yeah,
do you think
and Amanda would have probably had a breakdown. Like if we see the way that she would break down when she lost competitions, like if McCrae left, she would either go like absolutely psycho and be like throwing death threats all around the house, or she would just
I did not like that
cry
either. She was
alone
really
in the back.
She was like I want to punch.
It would have been so different because Elissa would have lasted longer too.
Yeah.
You think so?
I mean, you get
for sure.
How Elissa would have gotten McCrae out? I think that would have made her go after her. I feel like.
Like we get to see McCrae.
You're responsible for my man going home. That's what she's thinking.
But never Amanda without McCrae.
Mhm.
It would be interesting to see how she played without him, though. We know how McCrae would play horribly, like he did, and stupidly. But how would Amanda deal with that?
I don't think Amanda's game. Like, I think personally she was, like, socially she was relying on McCrae, but I don't think game-wise she was that much.
Yeah, she didn't need him.
Because she had other relationships. He didn't.
Yeah.
He was just kind of there.
He just had, like Spencer, really.
I mean, let's talk about more in terms of, I guess, I feel like, and Evil Dick even kind of touched on it. He defended her when it came to, like, bullying in terms of bullying. I mean, I feel like it was bullying, but whatever. Because he did it so much in season 8 to Jen, to a lot of the girls, and the men to Dustin. But yet, when it's Amanda, she got so much more shit, I feel like, than Evil Dick did. And let's talk about that. Because, I mean, if you're going to compare games in terms of just the taunting and stuff, Amanda did play it like Evil Dick in terms of the personal attacks, whether it be gender or sexuality, whatever it is, you know what I mean? And yet, she got so much more shit than Evil Dick. And social media was around then. Evil Dick had I don't know if he had Twitter back then, but it's just like, I wonder, and I don't know, like, why. It's because she's a woman, obviously, but I wonder, like, maybe because she was more hateable. I don't know. I don't know what it.
I just think that it's because, like, it entirely is because she's a woman and just other women hate other women so much. And for some reason, men are just so quick to jump on.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about that game. Like, or any kind of, like, girls cannot work with other girls well. Like, you don't. So you don't see it in this game at all. Like, they just get jealous or attention or whatever. It also has to do with casting too. When you're casting these 20-year-old like party girls are not going to want to work together because the girls naturally just don't like each other to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I mean, and the girls that are cool, they can't really mesh with the, bimbos or like dummies, so they go with the guys, you know what I mean? Like, they could work with other girls if they were chill, but they don't have any options, so they go with the guys.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, that is one thing that disappointed me about Amanda, that, like, I'm a big feminist, but she couldn't get along with the other women. And I always wish just women would get along with one another. And I remember on her podcast with BB Gossip, they were saying, like, oh, what about that suggestion about an all-girls alliance? And she was like, as if that could ever happen. I hated them all, they all hated me. And I was like, come on,
yeah. Yeah.
And it's always like, whenever, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, whenever there are, like, for example, season 13 and this season 2, when there's tons of women left, they always still never win. Or unless they're, like, the final 2. Like, season 13, wasn't it, like, all the girls won HOH and, like, until, like, week 8, or I don't even know what week it was, until Jeff finally won. But yet, like, the women still were dropping like flies until they were the final 2 left. Or, like, it was just like they have to, like, women have to kind of, like, fall into a situation in order to win. Like, I think Danielle from EB3 said, like, a woman has never beaten a man in a final 2.
No.
And if she does play a villainous game, like, for example, Danielle did, you were, like, frowned upon severely. And I don't know what it is. Like I said, like, it was just harsher on women in terms of the game that they play. However, I mean, to me, I feel like I was watching some of the things that Amanda did say about Elissa and just, like, going into her. My biggest thing was that, I mean, like I said, it's been done before, but she went into Elissa's space, you know what I mean, just, like, had that smirk on her face or whatever. And it's a give and take thing, too. But it's just, like, it's the fact. I didn't like how Andy and Spencer didn't, like, defend. Like, once again, they were afraid of her. But it's just, like, when you go into her space and taunt her the way that you did, and she's, like, trying to walk away from you, and you still go up to her, and you get mad at her, like, when she doesn't want to, like, talk to you when your apology. I don't know. I just didn't really. I don't know. It was just awkward to watch.
At that point, it was all game, though.
Yeah, and I don't think you can single out Amanda for that, because loads of people did that this season. Gina Marie, like, cornered Aaron on the stairs. Jessie was following Elissa around constantly before she was evicted.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just Amanda. And when you're in the house together, it's like, whose space is whose?
Yeah, you're all moving around through different bedrooms, like, every week. You know, the whole nobody has a bed thing.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that, with the whole, this is my bed. Like, I don't know. Is it your bed?
I mean, this is my bed in terms of, like, out of the house. It's like, whatever. I mean, so I know you two like Amanda and Gabe. You said you were kind of on the fence for both, or who do you?
I like Elissa more, but I liked Amanda here and there. Like, I liked her more in the beginning than I did as it went on.
Yeah.
Did you stop liking her when she started getting all, like, taunty with, like, Elissa and stuff?
I did, not because it was to Elissa, but just because taunty, I'm not a big fan of taunty people.
Yeah.
Like, she could have done that to, like, Jessie, and I'd be like, oh, that's rude, Yeah, I don't like Jessie, but, like, I just don't appreciate, like, that kind of behavior,
Yeah.
So that's my problem with her. But I do think that she played the best game in the house this season.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense at all,
Yeah, because, I mean, like, her taunting Elissa, like, as much as it was her game, like, it could also be seen as, like, extremely personal at the same time. So, like, I get that.
I think it's because she was so open about she didn't really have a filter on it, and she just owned, like, the fact that she was going after this girl. That made it even worse than, like, it amplified it,
But I don't think that Elissa really had a filter. She had a filter when she was around, like, the person she wanted to talk badly about, but when they were out of the room, she would just let, like, crazy things spill out of her mouth that weren't even true.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like about Elissa, is that she would, like, throw out random lies here and there.
Oh my god, can I play one? I have a clip.
Oh my god.
You haven't what? Oh, look, you came prepared today. I just have notes.
Oh my goodness.
Ready, guys?
This is so exciting.
You're gonna play. Hang on, I have to refresh the page now. Jeez.
Okay.
I'm just playing it off YouTube. I don't know how else.
That's fine.
You can't. I'm sorry, Amanda, that I don't go and strip and try to sleep with every single guy in freaking America to make money. Like, obviously it hasn't been working for you. But just...
Okay, obviously...
Amanda's a real estate agent.
I don't think it's just more like... You know how when you're talking shit about someone, you just like keep going on? It's like an exaggeration of it. I feel like that's how. I do that too when I'm like, oh, you know, Bob's over here fucking every girl, you know what I mean, doing this. Like, you know how I feel like I'm not only defending her because I like her. I feel like that's, you know, when you get, I don't know. Unless she was really trying to make people believe that she is a little whore that sleeps with all these guys. And to be honest, she didn't present herself as one that didn't, like talking about the guys she slept with about every race and all the this kind of guys and that kind of guys. She did do that when she talked about, for example, she was talking about Hispanic race in Florida. I slept with this man, so I can say this racist thing. Am I racist now? Like, all that kind of shit. She said that. She talked about all the guys she slept with. She talked a lot about her sex life.
Yeah, but, like, having sex with a lot of people, like, she's also, like, 30 like, or whatever, close to it. Like, she's had chance to like have sex with a bunch of people. Like, she's not gonna be like at that age and be like, yeah, I've slept with like 3 people. Like,
but when you put it out there, it's gonna be something that I don't know, like.
Like, if she tells people that, she should not be ashamed of it. It doesn't matter.
No.
And she shouldn't have to hear that Elissa is calling her a hooker.
Yeah, like, having sex with people and, like, expressing your sexuality is totally different than, like, being a hooker.
Yeah, of course.
I just think, I don't know, it's just like, however, in terms of, if we're pulling up clips, I should have got this clip, but I don't know. Should have got my clips ready. No, one thing that really bothered me in terms of the physical violence that Amanda said, even though she didn't do anything, just saying it, that was my biggest problem. There's taunting and, like, you know what Gabe talked about, but then there's, like, actually saying, I wish I could punch her in the face, and she said something about Elissa, something like, I want to punch her in the face, or someone, I don't remember who it was about, or Gina Marie or something. When it gets to that level, you even saying that reflects badly on your character no matter what. You can taunt and defend and say that's your game, but that's not part of your game. I want to punch you in the face. Like,
okay,
there's
well,
no, that's not okay.
Then that goes along with Elissa telling Aaron that, hang on, I'll play the clip.
Oh, man. That's a secret weapon.
Guys, be quiet, I've got my clip ready. It's kind of muffled. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Hang on.
To make sure that you tell Aaron and Bruce that you were encouraged of the things that you did by Amanda.
I don't know if you guys can really hear it.
No, you can't hear it.
I can hear Elissa breathing really hard. That's all I can hear.
She's saying, because she's whispering and she's a very breathy whisperer, she was like, she said, when you get out of the house, you need to tell them that you were pushed by the people that were around you, like Amanda, to do what you did.
She said that?
Yeah, that's what she just said on the clip.
What? Do you know if that was more early on or later in the season, or when?
I think that's when Aaron was about to be evicted.
Wow. Surprised she would try to help Aaron like that, and why would... Because that definitely wasn't the case. Like, early on, Aaron had nothing to do with Amanda. So, only an idiot would believe something like that.
Yeah, like, I mean, Amanda totally called Aaron out after the bed flipping thing. Like, they weren't friends at the beginning at all.
I wonder why Elissa would do that.
And then at the end, if I played it all the way through, I just find it so funny at the end. Andy goes like, hey, what are you guys doing? And she goes, oh, yeah. Just like,
that's the other thing. How would you, like, I always thought about this. How would you, like, if you're having a conversation about a strategy, how would you like make it seem like you're not talking about strategy without like sounding
immediately
stupid.
Talk about weasels. Like, just like, you're like, and then what about this kind of weasel I found out in the forest one time? Like, I swear, it's like a go-to, because they can never say you weren't talking about weasels.
I don't know, just
Helen was always like, oh, I just wanted to talk about how much I miss my family.
That's smart, yeah. That's smart. I will say.
Like, but after a while, you were kind of like, Helen, that's what you say when we're talking to you.
Like, knowing her, the chances were that's probably what she was talking about every single second.
Yeah. I mean, but it's like...
If only Richie was here.
It's funny because,
I don't like her.
You would see, like, Helen talking to someone, like, Amanda, and they'd be talking about something, and someone would walk in, and Helen would be like, oh, yeah, we were just talking about how much I miss my family. And then later, Amanda would walk in on Helen having a conversation with, like, Gina Marie or something, and she'd be like, oh, I'm just talking about how much I miss my family. And it's like, you can't use the same reason with everyone. Like, they're going to know, like, what your thing is. Like, it's funny.
Yeah. I mean, but... what do you think it was with Elissa and Amanda that made them have issues with each other? Like, whether Elissa says it or not, she did have an issue with Amanda in the house. I think rightfully so. In terms of Elissa, I think Amanda had some right, especially when she talked about I don't know, did Amanda, I didn't watch as much into the feed, did Amanda know that Elissa talked about her abortion or miscarriage or whatever?
I don't really know how much about it.
I think that she didn't really know because...
How would you
if she did, I think she'd really say something.
Yeah, she would probably have went off, which I definitely think you have a right to do, too.
Yeah.
What do you think? They just didn't click, or what was it? I mean, because to be honest, like, edited television personality or not, Amanda wasn't, to me, and I guess many people, likable. That's why she went up 2 times on the block when America was MVP. I mean, but there was many other unlikable characters, but when your ass is going up on the block over a racist, and like, that says a lot about your personality. I mean, you guys like her, but I don't know what it was, because, you know, I was wondering what, I don't know.
It's weird, because I remember at the beginning of the season, Elissa and Amanda were actually really close. Like, Elissa...
Yeah, before feed started, they were, like, best friends, and Elissa... made some like stupid alliance, like brunette Barbies or something with her.
Seriously, I didn't know about that. That's weird.
That was the alliance we all missed out on this season. The brunette Barbies.
But the one thing that I did catch was that like Elissa was the first person that Amanda told about the whole being with McCrae thing. Like, that's how close they were.
Wow.
Yeah. And, like, Elissa and Amanda would talk, like, at night about her relationship with McCrae and stuff.
I could not listen to Amanda tell a story or talk, because how she talks like this, and it's like, she just, like, makes me want to scream. I could not have a conversation with her.
Oh, yeah, but talking to someone who's like... So,
you'd rather talk to a
like, I went to the bathroom and I had to turn the sink on so that no one can
Amanda's always talking about herself. Like, I just, like, I don't know. And there's a difference between being blunt and then just being, like, I don't know, bitchy and rude. You know? I mean, I keep going back to this instance where she legit was on the couch talking about, you know, just things that weren't okay. And also I want to talk about McCrae for standing by her. Because here's the thing. As fans, you can support her, not support whatever you want, because you didn't really have direct contact with them. You know what I mean? You weren't in the house with Amanda or Elissa. Mm-hmm. McCrae was with Amanda throughout almost the whole entire game. How can you defend someone like that? Like, you can't have the best of both worlds. You can't tell her that's wrong, that's racist, but then still date her.
Yeah.
I think that's contradictory in my mind. Huh?
Yeah, I completely agreed. Like, if he had just, like, telling someone you're dating, like, some constructive criticism is okay. That's one thing. But, like, the extent he would always go around talking about how bad Amanda was, even to her face. But then he was still with her. Maybe that's just because he was such a coward. He would never leave her, ever.
I mean, part of me hopes that it was part of his game to just make it seem like he wasn't as close with Amanda as everyone thought he was, but I feel like that's probably not.
What I don't get is that didn't someone tell Amanda, like, he was talking about this girl the majority of the season as well. I mean, I also feel that McCrae just likes probably having sex with Amanda. That must be what it is, because it can't be her winning personality to me.
No,
I mean, also
clips of that. It's not. It's not anything like special. That's just because they're on live feeds, but it's just like they would have conversations about the game. Well,
yeah, it was weird.
So
like, I definitely might have watched them have sex a few times, but like, whatever.
If you tweet them that, they might
Also, the
reply.
other thing, it was over so fast. It was over
that they
so
would have a
fast.
conversation like about the game, just.
I know. Like, here's poor little McCrae, like, trying to go to sleep, and Amanda, like, starts talking about, like, so what should we do about Helen? And then, like, gets on top of him. I think we're gonna have to get rid of her next week, and, like, they start having sex, and, like, talking about everything, and it's just like, this is so weird, but...
It was so dirty.
Oh, it was so strange, but I mean, you know, whatever. Their sex life is their sex life, so...
Yeah. They're disgusting.
If that's what they're into, I'm not gonna, you know...
Was it McCrae? No, it was Amanda. She said something like, after we get off the show, I can't wait to, like, McCrae and I will get our own hotel room in Las Vegas so we can have sex for, like, a week or something. And I thought, wow, I've been doing it the entire show.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not like you're deprived
dirty.
anymore. Like, you're the ones that have been doing it out of everyone in the house.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No.
It's so funny, though. And it's like, for the first little while, they were like, oh no, there's cameras, we can't do that. And then all of a sudden, they were just like, whatever, fuck it. Like, let's just have sex.
Yeah.
I just...
Jeremy and Caitlin did it, but no one really says anything about that.
Yeah, and faster, wasn't it? Like yeah, it was like really early.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was so early. It was before everyone in the house even knew about McCrae and Amanda. Like, they did it so
went wrong
early.
in terms of Caitlin did not like Jeremy at first. She made fun of how he talked, how he was, and then like, don't tell me Jeremy's that smooth to get on you to have sex with him. That's awkward and disgusting. So
wait,
I'm trying
what
to figure
week did Jeremy go home?
3. That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they went back to back.
Known him for 3 weeks, much less than one thing.
Yeah.
Doing it when there's cameras everywhere, that's
exactly. Like, at least with Amanda and McCrae, they were like, no, we can't do that for, like, a really long time. And then they were like, we're in love, okay. But yeah.
Did you see Jeremy's tweets about Caitlin the other day?
What? Are they still seeing each other?
No, he tweeted something like, Caitlin and I are completely over. She doesn't care about me at all, and I'm not going to beg for something when nothing is reciprocated, or something like this.
Whoa.
And then the next day he was
like 5 minutes...
Yeah.
What do you do?
The next day, he like sobered up and started tweeting apologies and stuff, but he never deleted the tweets. So it was like,
no. Plus,
there's not even really a point to deleting tweets anymore. Go ahead, sorry.
The night that he posted that thing on Twitter about like how him and Caitlin were over, like 5 minutes later he posted on Instagram like him and some girl like hanging out and stuff, and everybody's like, "Is this your new girlfriend?" You know.
I mean, let's also talk about how annoying some of these house guests are on Twitter. They are some of
David.
Let's also talk about how annoying some of these house guests are.
No, it's like a serious thing. Like, let me tell you. For example, I loved Candace in the house. I still love you now, and game-wise. You are one of the most annoying people on Twitter. Like, I'm sorry. You are. I unfollowed her, okay? Elissa, with the whole XOXO thing. I'm over that too. Thankfully, I think you stopped. Yeah. Like, I love these people, but I'm not gonna act like I love everything about them. They're super annoying on Twitter. Unless you're like a James Ryan that's funny and making Aaron jokes, and you're not, or like Dan Iffy-Washi, even though he's a know-it-all sometimes. Like, these people are extremely annoying, and it makes me wonder, like, I don't know. You should have a Twitter. Like, go away. Aaron's like. That's over all this shit. Like, okay, you're really helping how you look on Twitter now too. It's just like so many of these people are really annoying on Twitter.
But McCray, I follow. Funny. Have you seen his Instagram posts? F you, Andy.
Yes, I love all of them on Instagram. I was just about to say that. I follow, like, all of them on Instagram, and they're, like, the same. Like, Candace is always just, like, posting pictures of, like, her nails and, like, hanging out with, like, her friends and stuff.
And she held a contest.
In her videos, her voice is always the same. She's like, going out.
No, I love her. I feel so bad for making fun of her, but, like, she fucking held a contest to who could have the best clowny tart costume for Halloween. Like, how self-indulgent are you? Like, no, don't. People who participated should be embarrassed.
Yeah. None of us dressed up as clowny tart last week.
Like, why would you do that? She didn't even place in the top 5. You're gonna, like, do her costume?
Yeah,
like,
no.
Geez. I'm sorry. I love you, Candace. You would not be able to tell by how I just roasted you. But I love you. Don't hate me. But it's just like, yeah.
No, but McCray's pictures of Andy are so funny. The other day, he posted a picture of Andy taking a picture of Amanda McCray and a fan. And it was like, and they got Andy to take the picture. And Andy's like,
oh my god, I saw that. It was so funny.
Also, you guys know that, well, this is going to be a funny thing. Nick and Gina Marie broke up. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
How did he get out of it?
Okay, first of all, Gina Marie, how did he get out of it?
I love that how this has turned from, like, Elissa and Amanda to, like, just the new BB gossip.
Some BB
Gina Marie tweets like an 8th grader. She put, like, I love him, ... sad face. Always miss him, ... sad tear face, ... love heart, whatever. Like,
are you serious? Or are you exaggerating?
No, that's real. Like, and she posts pictures of, like, her and then text over it with, like, lyrics from, like, country songs and stuff.
And the blue hat.
No. She posted a picture the other day of her with her blue hat, and she was holding, like, a sign that's, like, said something really sweet about, like, something being over, like a really heartbroken, like, note, and she was wearing the hat and, like, looking down.
The shrine is still active.
There's a reason why she was engaged and it got broken off, I'm telling you. However, like, Andy and so did McCray, they tried to really go after Nick and defend Gina Marie, which is fucking disgusting. They were like, Andy was like, you deserve someone who plays 15th better than 15th. And then McCray was like, I always had your back in the house. Lies. So I'll have your back outside of the house. He's a douche or whatever. I'm like, what? Like, how did Nick suddenly become so hated?
They only bonded with him for one, like, I don't know whether I agree or disagree, but, like, they bonded with him for 1 week and her with weeks and weeks and weeks.
I mean, but what's up with the Nick hating, though? Like, were they just doing that to make her feel better, or what was it? Because I didn't think Nick did anything to be so hated. Even if he did do it in a mean way. Sorry, Gina Marie's fucking crazy. And
I think it was just because they weren't friends. Like,
oh, okay.
Nick left so early, so they didn't really know him.
They knew Gina Marie better.
Yeah.
Andy was really close with him, though. I thought he wanted to, with him, so I don't know. Like, so, I mean...
That was so funny.
I don't know. It was just like, people... I don't know. I'm excited for Big Brother Canada. Woo. Random.
Me too. I'm so excited for Big Brother Canada.
Yeah.
Oh
I still need to see the first season. Oh my gosh.
You have to watch it, Gabe. Oh
I
my
know.
God.
So we can talk about it. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll watch it like really soon. I promise.
I mean, and if you ever need help finding episodes, I have tons of them favored and stuff. Cause like,
Shelby sent me the link to like the first one, and I can just sort of like branch from there.
Cool. Yeah, they're really good, and such better casting on this show too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
That's freaking Suzette. I hate her.
Suzette?
You didn't like Suzette?
Okay. How could you like Suzette. She was like the Gina Marie.
Oh my god.
Is that a name?
Thank you so much. Because I hated Suzette. I hated her.
Yeah!
I didn't like her. No, I just thought it was okay. Her one shining moment of the season when she knew she was going home after the veto comp, and her and Gary pretended to be like in love with each other, and then they both fell over. Like that was one of the. Oh, I don't want to remember, but it was just so funny. Like she's like, Gary, I can't hold myself back anymore. I love you. Just like.
Remember when Gabe, this is like a spoiler, but you'll find out in the first like.
It's okay.
When she won the first HOH, like all she had to do was pick up the phone, and then they told her she had to get to the DR, but like secretly, and she was so bad.
She was so lost. She had no clue where the DR was.
She pulled the chicken, George. I'm done.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It was so funny. It's crazy because like most of the people that I liked in that season went home so early. Like I loved Danielle. The like blonde, bubbly one from the beginning.
Like,
no, she was gone like second week or something, like second or third.
I wanted
week.
her to go after Jillian so bad.
She was going to. She was going to. Huh?
Yeah, we don't want to like ruin the whole season for Gabe.
It's okay.
But yeah, it's a really good season.
It's really
except
good.
for some of the twists were just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, Topaz just like they ruined her game completely. I don't know why. Like, why did they not like her? Why did they do that to her?
Yeah. But yeah, you'll see, Gabe. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, we don't want to say anymore. We're going to try one, second, third, fourth.
Even though the twists were, like, kind of overwhelming, like, at least it was something brand new, like, every week. Mm-hmm. You know, like, it was something really exciting happening, and you were like, what the fuck's going to happen?
Can you imagine being a player in that game? That would be a lot harder if you don't know, like, the very people you put up, like, they may not go home. Like, that could be scary. I mean, it has happened a few times in USBB, like Shane and with Frank and I forget who else, but it'd be kind of scary as a player to end this was to watch. So, yeah. But
yeah, I mean, imagine Topaz must have such trust issues after that happened to her.
Yeah, I know, right?
She knows this is a lie, you know?
Oh, my God. I would have just cried for, like, the entire rest of the game.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's nothing you can do. You can't be like to production, you guys really messed up my game. That was so unfair. They're like,
I would have caused a riot if that happened to me. Yeah.
I would have freaked out. I would have let everyone know, like, exactly what was going on. Like you guys would do the rest. Like, if they're there telling you to talk, like, you're gonna friggin' talk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would tell everyone in the house they were telling me to talk.
Exactly.
I really need to see her.
Yeah, Gabe.
Yeah, it's really. We're just like we already spoiled so much as it is. So just imagine how good it was. Like, I'm super excited for it. It's a nice really wait for BB like the next one, but in this case, it might be the only. I mean, it's a nice to get that bad taste out of your mouth of season 15 for me at least, because I know a lot of people too. So if you haven't watched EB Canada, fans too, watch it on YouTube. It's really really good. Yeah. The characters are way better. You'll have tons of favorites, and so.
Yeah, the people are a lot more enjoyable, but in terms of gameplay and stuff, like, I can't really remember, but I feel like there wasn't as much gameplay at all. But it was just really enjoyable to watch. Like, the people were really cool.
3 or 4 gamers, and they are the ones that made it pretty far, so, or you left early, so. We'll talk about that more when Gabe's seen it.
Yeah, exactly.
I did like them, but they were not game players. Like, leaving Emmett practically till, like,
I'm moving home first. Just know that.
Like, imagine if Amanda and McRae had gotten that far.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what they did. That's what they let happen. I think it's equatable to the BB15 house. A lot of floater and a couple.
Oh, also, Emmett and McRae are like BFFs.
What?
They're like always talking on Twitter.
No, but guys, it's actually like the same season. Like, Jeremy is Tom, Jillian is.
No, Jillian's who?
You really don't think they're similar?
Hold on, who is Jillian?
They are.
Yeah, because Tom went out so early.
But who'd you say Jillian was, though?
I don't know. Like, I think I don't know. Their couple as one was Rickranda, but
I don't
really
think. I mean, maybe it's because I like Tom more than Jeremy. Maybe that's why I can't see it. And to me, they're all alpha males. I get that, but
Jillian was kind of like Elissa because she was very influenceable.
Yeah, why would you ever believe Jillian of anything? I don't get. Yeah. But she made it being Topaz. That was her biggest downfall. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So look for that in the upcoming podcast.
Yeah, definitely. When we get closer to BB Can,
yeah, it'll be so fun to
starting. We'll talk about
and to talk about like the cast and stuff and debrief everyone's gonna be so fun to do as a group.
Yeah,
and watch us like
We should do that thing where we can like break up all the different house guests into like our own teams. Like we can all team up. With
I've always wanted to do that stuff. It's like one of my dreams.
But because there's like 6 of us, it's gonna be hard. So we'll probably have to like partner up and do like
like teams of 3.
3 teams of 2. Yeah, or like something.
Teams
That'd
of 2.
So
my bad.
fun.
Yeah, be better. Yeah, it'll be so fun.
That's happening. That's definitely.
It's gonna get intense.
I know. I'm so excited.
I wish that we could talk about other seasons because I just have so much to say about other seasons. Like
we will go back and watch and talk about some previous seasons.
I was watching some of BB5 actually randomly, and just like I know, because I don't remember that much because I was so young. Like I watched all the seasons besides season 1, but I don't remember that much, except for like 7 on. So I was watching BB5 and just like, I mean, the casting was more authentic, but it was just like Holly killed me and Cowboy killed me and just like, did you watch 5 at all or no?
I feel like I've watched part of 5. Who else was on that?
Right?
Pardon? Drew was the one that won.
Oh no, I didn't see it.
It was the 4 Horsemen were popular in that season. The Comus played a
really good
game.
It, no.
Got backstabbed by her brother. Like, it was awkward.
Oh damn! Yeah, I think I saw like the first couple episodes of that season, but I didn't continue.
Big Brother, like, it always makes me feel really young because it started when I was born, and
my gosh!
Oh my god!
Weird.
Oh my god!
Like,
no, I'm like Ian. I've been watching since I was like 10 years old. Like that's how long I've been watching Big Brother. Like I remember being in front of the TV on the floor, just watching and being like so obsessed with it. Like I remember like BB2, like Nicole, like she's one of my favorite ones. And it's just like crazy to think how long. Yeah, thinking about like BB2 and being on BB15. These people,
like even when I first started watching BB13 like 2 years ago, I thought Rachel was the best and I supported her all the way. And I'm like, what the hell? Like,
oh my god!
Then we get me started on next podcast. We talk about like controversial house guests as a whole over the seasons. Like big star, like Rachel, Dr. Will, Dan. Danielle from BB3, Danielle from BB8. That's a great idea. Like just
we should definitely do something like that.
I was watching, right before the podcast, I was watching Best of Will. I've seen it like 50 times.
Yes.
I love Dr. Will.
There's one baby.
Yeah, I love her.
I predicted there'd be a civil war within the smokers a couple weeks ago, and it's begun. The question you have to ask yourself is, can people enjoy watching people get angry at each other and tear each other apart emotionally, psychologically, and verbally? I can, and I do it every day.
I love him. He played such a great game in BB7. It's insane. Like
his game was like flawless in season 7.
God.
Absolutely flawless.
I can't wait to do that podcast. We're talking about like the biggest people of BB.
Yeah.
And he just like,
Dr. Will should get his own episode.
Yes.
Yes.
That is true. Or we can do Dr. Road versus Dan. There's one for you right there. Because a lot of people put them together. I mean, put them against each other in terms of best players of all time.
I will legit drive into the Orange County, into the OC, and go park outside the Dr. Tadoff office and like report.
Wait, that's where the office was?
Oh my god!
It's in Orange County.
There's one in Orange County, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or like in Chino or something.
Oh, okay.
Which
I don't know.
One in LA.
Yeah,
Does he work
on there?
There's one in LA, yeah. They're like that's like 40 minutes from my house. I'm gonna Google Map it then.
Watch her pull a picture of Danielle like last week.
It always makes me like really question Big Brother and where it's going because I always think like Will, in my opinion, was the best player and he started in season 2. From 15, like where can you how could you possibly get better than people like him who were so fun not only to watch like socially and game wise, but like, you're never gonna get better than him. So it's just all.
Yeah. It also has to do with casting. Like, I bet you these people that would be good are trying out, but if you don't look the part, if you don't, if you're not crazy, like Dr. Will was crazy in a good way, and I don't know if it was crazy, it was just strategic. You know what I mean? But if he were to audition today, he would not get casted. Are you serious? I don't think he would. I don't know if you watched Dick at Night. He said he almost didn't get casted on season 2. Can you imagine? No Dr. Will. Yeah, it's for him to almost get cast.
I think that people don't. I think people. I don't know if they like the fact that people play completely fake characters, like when they do that, because Will, his character on Big Brother is completely fake. He's not like that at all. Like, clearly,
he even said that. Yeah, even his brother. I think his brother said that actually.
Yeah, and he would. I watched a clip of him like whispering to Janelle as he was going to sleep, and he was like, "I'm not like this. I mean, I don't think you'll like me outside of the house because I'm really completely different." He was talking about like his mortgage, and that's just.
Oh my god.
Like, how do you cast for that? Because you never know how people are gonna act in the house, and you can never. Yeah, I'm gonna play like Dr. Will. I'm gonna play this character, and they'd be like, "Well, how can we really know?" You know?
Yeah.
Well, I remember Will's brother in BB7. I think they interviewed him, or BB2, and was like, he was telling him like his brother is not like that in the house, and they gave him an outlet to be something that he never is on the real world. And I think that'd be kind of fun, because I mean, he got away with it because his flawless gameplay. So. I don't know.
Yeah, apparently he's like really obsessed with animals. And stuff.
Oh my god.
Why is that like really funny and cute?
That's so funny.
No, but okay, there's one in Beverly Hills, and it's 30 minutes from my house. I just think I need to go.
Go over there.
I think I should get a hideous tattoo. That would take months to get off, and just be like, I just have to keep coming back and coming back. I'm sorry.
Oh my
I'd like to request Dr. Will. I mean, Dr. Sorry.
Please.
Oh my god. I love that. I love Dr. Will. He was awesome. But yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I love how this totally we're like Amanda versus Elissa, and now we're like, Will. Dr. Will.
Did you just fan yourself?
Yes, I did. Doing it again.
Oh my god.
Dr. Will. My friend's back. Dr.
Will. Oh, that's so funny.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Go. Alright. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Adios. Wait, so are we leaving or are we staying?
I'm thinking we should probably end this anyway.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah.
Okay.
But
Alright, cool. Alright, next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.